is typically regarded as the best Black Ops Zombies game. And I think that's true. So what is the best Zombies map of that game? Now, in my opinion, I think the three fairest fights are Gorod, Crovey, Shadows of Evil, and eisendrache. In my opinion, I think eisendrache is the best of these three. That's just my opinion, though. So we're going to hop in why I think that in the eisendrache analysis. Is eisendrache, and why is eisendrache the best of the best? Well, let's go and hop into the map layout and figure out why. Now, this map is actually a very weird map's layout. So, it's very similar to that of like Mob of the Dead, where there's no like districts or anything like that. Instead, we have pretty much like two areas of the map. We have the main castle area and the launch pad, but we also have the Undercroft. Now, what I think makes this map so cool is the fact of how many shortcuts there are. Okay, we're not gluing a map together like Moon. We're actually adding shortcuts to help with these issues. For example, the 115 tunnel thing, well thing, and you also have the Wonder Spheres and the teleporter, all to take you around the map. I mean, come on, this is like, there's so many shortcuts that make this map super convenient and not tedious to have to run all over the place. Not too much to talk about in this spot, but let's go ahead and move on to gameplay. Now, you can argue that this map takes heavy inspiration from other maps. Mob of the Dead is also a key factor that you'll notice very soon by filling up 3 dragons to get the Wrath of the Ancients. The 3 dragons are scattered throughout the map, one in like a courtyard area, one inside the church, and one in the Undercroft. Each of these dragons are very similar to the Mob of the Dead dogs. You get the Hell's Retriever, except you're getting a much better bow. This Wrath of the Ancients is going to... Ancients are going to be used to get the upgraded bows, but this Wrath of the Ancients is very good. It's like an explosive crossbow, very cool indeed. And yeah, this is actually a very cool little quest, and it's pretty easy to do, and I think it's actually kind of a better reward, and it's more mandatory than the Hell's Retriever, so you know that's a bonus. So this map also takes inspiration from Origins, which is really a lot of similar things actually. First of all, the Pack-a-Punch machine is the exact same. You have the robot in the beginning cutscene. You have the whole snowy vibe. You have the premise, and you have the absolute monstrosity. On Origins, it was insane. In Origins, it was a challenge. On this map, it is insane. The Panzer Soldat is literally the most overpowered thing on this map. So just check out this boss fight gameplay, which we'll get into a little bit in the Easter egg. Yeah, if I didn't have Don't Your Closest on, these electric charges will be slowing me down and killing me, okay? These things are overpowered and can snipe you across the map. The Panzer Soldat is the most inconvenient and accursed thing. These things are tanks as well. These things take a lot of ammo to kill as well. My goodness, they do reward you with the part of the Ragnarok, which is actually a really cool specialist that we'll get to later. These things are cursed in this map especially, but you know, with bows and overpowered stuff, it makes sense to balance the map up. Now, how would it even beat eisendrache without even talking about the 4 different bows on this map? So, it's heavy inspiration from Origins yet again with the 4 elemental different wonder weapons. So, we have Lightning, aka Storm, Wolf, Void, and Fire. All of these bows are unique in their own ways. Fire is a unique weapon. Lightning is the OP one. Wolf is like a thunder gun but bootleg, and the Void is a very smart player friendly. A very smart player baby gun vibe. Because you have to be smart to use this weapon. But I don't have gameplay of those ones. Only the storm bow, just because I wanted to do the Easter egg. And yeah, you know, I don't think I'm gonna do that with the fire bow. But the storm bow is the most OP. You can literally just stand in the corner and hold down my charge button and just fire and have to stay in AFK forever. The bows are OP. You can get to around 1 million on this map. And this map is pretty actually easy, especially once you get this bow. So it's a good thing you Panzers on this map to spice things up just a little bit. But the Death Ray, AK is the best trap, and zombies can handle that effectively. Look at this thing shred through the player and the zombies. This thing is not only essential to the Easter egg, but is very good for taking out the Panzer and normal zombies in general. Best trap I think in zombies. This thing is extremely good, extremely useful, and I love it so much. So, from taking down a Panzer, activating the Death Ray and grabbing a, part for the Ragnarok, and activating a switch in the rocket test, surviving a bunch of electric and fire zombies, and grabbing the part for the Ragnarok, you can then construct this absolute specialist of a wonder weapon at a crafting bench. And these things are not only essential to the Easter egg, but they're very similar to the gravity spikes, from, I can't remember his name, from multiplayer, that pretty much when you can fly in the air, smash the ground, and all the zombies in the nearby area will get flown away. You can also set them on the ground to send a constant electrical field everywhere. So this is a very, very good specialist weapon. I don't think it's as satisfying to use as the shield, sword, just because I don't think we've seen it. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a sword in multiplayer. But these things are very cool indeed, and I really like them, and we will actually see them return a little bit, especially in Black Ops 4 as a new specialist in Black Ops 4. But Ragnaroks are very good and essential to the Easter egg. I love them, actually. The gravity spikes, the Ragnaroks are very, very useful to just take out a bunch of zombies. It recharges pretty simple as well, and it's actually very easy to acquire. Honestly, the real stuff begins whenever we get into the Easter egg. Honestly, the gameplay itself is cool and all. Like, the bows are probably the coolest part, but, not too much. The Easter egg and storyline is where things begin to pick up, so I think we're going to go ahead and transfer to there.
Ecosystem, this is Griffin Station. Come in.
So not only did this map have some of the best storytelling in any video game I've ever even heard of, but this map had one of my favorite Easter eggs of all time. So the first step's simple: get an upgraded bow, shoot a few things, go find some wisps around the map. It's kind of fun to find the wisps actually, except if it is nowhere to be found. As long as you know all the spawn points, this step will be easy peasy. The coolest part about this entire Easter egg is having to wait for the rocket launch to end. Finally. Going back in time and seeing the Graf, which is who we hear throughout this entire map, talking to Richtofen, inside of the teleporter room, and we are back in time. Everything's black and white. You have to grab a few parts, and then you have to write down the code that he puts into the computer. This is sick. The fact that you even go back in time is so cool. I can't even have words to explain it. It's very fun to do this the first time. But then you have to do a little bit of some stuff, put in the code, get some stuff for this, do as Simon says. I'm skipping all the important parts. But they're just steps that you really just have to do. Do some Simon says. And then you're going to launch the Death Ray. A Dempsey pod will not only hit the clock tower and literally crash into the map, and Dempsey's cage will begin flying out of the thing and landing in part of the map. Anytime you go near it, you'll get electrocuted. This is sick. Holy snap, this is one of the coolest moments in Zombies. I love whenever a map gets destroyed by something. This is a sick animation. Just looks so cool bringing Dempsey back to Earth using the Death Ray. Really, really is cool. Go back in time for a second time that you could have just done the first time you did this, but no, you have to go a separate time for who knows why. But to grab a little runestone looking thing, place it into a little wall, and then get the golden rod. That is right, the thing that we have not seen since Moon in Black Ops 1, literally 2 games ago. Place it inside of this little night thing, and a keeper ghost will summon in. This is one of my favorite steps of all time. With your upgraded bows, you will have to get kills inside of a circle that each runestone will provide. Get a certain amount of kills, and then once you do enough with about 2 Panzers probably spawning in, which will be very hard to deal with if you had a terrible bow, like maybe the Void bow. I don't know how that would work, but get enough kills with the bows, enough all 4 runes, and then you'll be able to turn him into a solid red keeper that we saw in Black Ops. That we saw in Shadows of Evil. He will then go over to the pyramid that was originally in the middle, that we are now teleporting the keeper to the moon to get corrupted, and we are also now putting the MPD from Moon to Earth. So many times between the map Moon here, because actually Moon Griffin Station is where Croft is at the moment, Dr. Groff. whatever the heck his name is. He's actually on Griffin Station right now doing all this stuff while we're down here. Griffin Station is where Moon took place on, by the way. So, he's on the moon. We just transported the MPD to us on Earth in eisendrache to prevent the future from occurring. Transit, you don't want that train wreck happening. But we are preventing all this from happening. And now the Keeper is killing everything, is now on the moon. And then he gets teleported back to Earth because you open the pyramid back up and now he's corrupted because why not? And in order to get the summoning key charged and in order to prevent the destruction of Earth, you have to fight the first and coolest boss fight in zombies. Okay, but you're only going to meet one boss fight cooler. Golden trophy. We're only going to fight one better boss fight in this game. But this boss fight is not only the first, but it's one of the best. Definitely a top 3. This is sick. You are fighting a giant Keeper. You're killing him slowly each time you put down the Ragnaroks. You are shooting his chest. Panzers will begin spawning. This is chaotic. Skeletons are attacking. Dogs are attacking. Dogs are attacking. Rocks are attacking. Panzers are attacking. Keepers are attacking. And once you do this sequence 3 times, he will die. Now that he is dead, guys, grab the summoning key. Place it on the device where you did the Simon Says on the castle, and I will play the coolest ending in zombies out for you.
30 seconds to impact. You're eating multiple rocket launches. What have you done? You are a fool, Beethoven! Even the destruction of this facility and my own death will not prevent the advancement of our cause. You'll stop nothing!
Once I thought us fools to dare change history, but now I am not so sure.
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission.
He's still alive.
I fucking hope so.
This subject will one day wreak havoc across the entire universe. He cannot be allowed to live.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to secure the package and be in and out clean. Instead, the whole thing's been one disaster after another. I should never have trusted you, Richthofen. Never!
You should trust me, Dempsey. You all should. This artifact has the power to contain and preserve the subject's soul. Your soul. But it can only be done after the moment of death. Just as you saw me do to my other self. It is the only way.
Wait! If someone's gotta take him out to save the universe, then it should be me that does it. Good to see you, Tank.
To prevent transit from occurring, you are blowing up the moon, aka Griffin Station, aka where the nukes launched. Boom, boom, moon. That is right, guys. The moon is in shambles. Everything is dead. Groff, whatever his name is dead. Everything on the moon, Griffin Station, is now gone. Okay, guys. And you have now killed Dempsey to collect his soul so you can defeat the Shadow Man in his own game. In one of the most character bonding moments, that is right, guys, Richtofen pats Dempsey on the shoulder, and we see some character bond and some character development going on here. Not only is this one of the best endings in Zombies, this is the most beautiful moment and coolest ending in Zombies history. I love this map, and that is, the storyline is 99% why I love this map. This Easter egg never gets old. This map never gets old. This map is a fantastic map. Hope you guys enjoyed this map analysis. And next episode will be Zetsubo no Shima. The last map was Shadows of the Giant. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.